playoffs for League of Legends. I'm Crusader Kid here with Jay's Top, and we're going to be bringing this best of three. It's Wausau West High School versus Westlake High School for this first best of three. Wausau. How are you doing today, Jace? West High School
doing
versus
right.
Westlake High School.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good here, although we did have, obviously, those issues getting the stream up, as well as just some issues with audio just now, but it's all good. We're starting it.
Everything is
It's the high school 2017 playoffs, guys. So hyped to be here. So excited. And anyway, we already had picks and bans underway because we did have issues getting the stream up. Apologies for that, but we can talk about all of the team comms coming in post everything here. So bans coming in, we had Lulu, LeBlanc, and Ari being banned out by Wausau West. Westlake taking away Renekton, Ivan, and Zach. Team comps already locked in. I mean, I'm going to throw you out there. What do you think of the team comps overall right now?
I mean, looking at this right now, Westlake's got a pretty strong team. In the jungle, we have Sejuani, who got a little bit of a nerf on this patch, but is still, like, her base damages are really good. So when you build tanky, she's still going to be doing tons of damage. Looking right now at the bans, they're primarily targeted towards the mid laner piece there, with a Lulu just coming in because she's kind of busted right now. But overall, we see the double TP for Westlake, which is going to counteract the Shen with TP on Wausau. So I think overall, we're going to see a lot of fighting down bot lane just because of all the global pressure, especially with the Syndra in the mid lane. She'll be pushing and roaming.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be an exciting game.
Yeah, I mean, we have to mention, of course, Jace, that you are a HSL alumni. You played for Scripps Ranch High School, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what's it like? What's it like just to be on the other side of the broadcast right now? Is it fun so far? Is it good?
I mean, right now we're looking at the picks and bans. So, yeah.
Nothing too exciting just yet, but we'll see what happens when we get into game. Of course, these two teams, they did play each other before. They were actually in the same group in the fall semester of 2016, and they had a exact tie. Both teams went 5-1-1 in their match score, so that's 5 wins, 1 tie, and 1 loss, and they actually tied each other. So they split their best of 2, 1-for-1 here. So I mean, this should be a very close match, and for these two teams to start off the playoffs against each other should be fun. So of course, this is a best of 3. We're going to see who comes out on top. We'll go to a quick break as we get on into the load screen, guys. You're watching the High School Star League 2017 playoffs. We'll be right back. Alright guys, welcome back. We're in and on to the Rift for game number 1 of this best of 3. It's Wausau West High School against Westlake High School. I'm Brian Kusakin Trong here with Daniel J's Top Rohrbach. And we're in and on to the Rift for Game 1, so we're going to get things started here for the kickoff our High School Star League 2017 playoffs. Both teams right now looking like they're going to be setting themselves around, possibly looking for a little bit of invader, some vision here just to get things started.
Pretty standard level 1 right now. We see Westlake coming in on the top side towards blue. Overall, I think they're getting a little more out of this. They see vision that Graves is going to start down bot. So what that means is Sejuani is going to have a easier time clearing up towards the top lane.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah, I mean, you're an experienced High School Star League player. You played a few semesters for us. Coming into this first match of a best of 3 in playoffs, what are these two teams looking to get out of this game?
You know, you always want to start off strong in a series. I mean, getting that 1-0 is, always strong. In terms of just like what they're feeling right now, it's pretty early in the morning, but for them it's the afternoon, so might be late. Standard level 1. Fiora's got a lot of information here. Again, putting a ward down that'll spot Graves when he's up by blue buff. But Wausau actually knows about that because their ward spotted out too.
Yeah, so just kind of like the early game of vision coming in for both of these teams, and we're just gonna get started up here in the laning phase. And this will be an interesting one here. I mean, the matchups coming in, Sejuani coming in. I think we were talking about this pick, before the stream. This is just one of those stronger kind of the tank meta coming through here.
Yeah, she was nerfed this patch, but I think overall she's still a strong pick, and I'm excited to see what she's going to put in. Bit of fighting in the top lane.
Yep, Crusher Kick hitting that level 2 early, and he's going to be taking advantage of it. Freddy for 3, taking a lot of trade damage here. And I know you are familiar with Puster here in the middle lane here. I think you said you played with him in solo queue, and
I have.
we're going to see, how he fares in this game. He took his team to the playoffs. We'll see how they go from here. It's a Fizz against a Syndra matchup.
The Fizz and the Syndra is a little rough on the early game, but I think later on he should be doing a good job. Right now he's doing a good job getting as much CS as he can. So we'll see how that pans out later on.
Yeah, that's Syndra. Definitely one of those strong interms that we've been seeing coming in here. Bottom lane, it's kind of a standard bottom in this. Probably, I think the two most played supports right now, Karma and Thresh, coming in here, supporting that Lucian and Ezreal. And just seeing a little bit of pushing from this Lucian, kind of to be expected from that early game of the Lucian.
Bit of skirmish to mid lane. Puster actually comes out on top of that, surprisingly.
Yeah, definitely just a bit of fighting coming in from both of these guys. And I mean, it's just definitely just a slow start here. It's a best of 3, and it's a single elimination bracket, so a bit scary, I think, for both of these teams. I mean, you play the whole season, but then you come into the bracket, it's best of 3 elimination, so definitely a bit scary, definitely some pressure coming in for both of these guys, I'd say. And we'll see where this laning phase takes them. I mean, it's Graves versus Sejuani in the jungle. Where are these two junglers looking to go early?
I'd say right now, we want to see the Sejuani gank on the Syndra early. If you put Fizz ahead against Syndra, it's kind of like unstoppable because he'll be able to roam a little better than Syndra, and with his playful trickster, the Syndra ultimate is pretty hard to hit on him. I'd say Graves is going to want to head down bot right now just because they're pushed up. Might be able to get a laning gank right now, but interesting. Bit of farming right now, just for the junglers. I think in terms of farming, Graves is going to benefit from that more than Sejuani, just because for early pressure is a little better than Graves. So if he's being able to farm without his lanes dying, that's pretty good for him.
Yeah, and so far, no lanes have been dying. Definitely a peaceful start out to this game here. Just 5 minutes in, we're sitting at 0-0. Very slight gold advantage here. Probably not going to mean much, but we are seeing just some hard pushing from the bottom lane and the mid lane here. Some nice CS advantages already starting out for there. Kirby on the Lucian sitting at 12 ahead of his counterpart. And that's the early game pressure from the Lucian and the Karma lane, I'd say.
Yeah, it's surprising he doesn't have to pop any of his pots yet. I mean, usually a Thresher would want to pressure that early, just because if you pop those early pots, then the Doran's blade is going to have a higher advantage towards the longsword.
Yeah, interesting to go for that longsword early as well.
We'll probably see that into a Blade of the Rune King. Right now he's sitting on a good amount of gold.
So Jawani is in the area of the bottom lane, but looks like they spotted him out. Meanwhile, Puster going behind and he finds Lyrium and he flashes in. That's the first blood for Puster. He's going to get stunned up under the tower though, so Bales is able to pick up an easy kill there to trade it off, and that's a 1-for-1 to start out this game.
Good use of that flash on the Playful Trickster by Fizz. Very hard to predict afterwards.
Yeah, and a very aggressive play by him though, just jumping in there to start out the kills. Under the tower no less, and easily gets stunned up there, so aggressive move by him. But he's gonna go straight for that Dark Seal.
It's very common to see a Fizz first back if you can't put anything else after his revolver to grab a Dark Seal. You might see one out of Syndra as well, but you should rather go for Lost Chapter and get a little defensive with that no magic missile.
Yeah, I think when you're against the Fizz and you see that he's playing a bit confidently here, jumping under towers, maybe you want to go for a little bit more defense against this guy here. He's going a bit aggressive. So starting things off, middle lane is where things got started, and Lyrium taking an early death there, but still just kind of keeping on pace with VL Asian on the jungle CS coming in. So still not a bad start for him. Picked up an assist, his mid laner picked up a kill, but first blood to Puster, just a slight advantage for him over over his counterpart. Honestly, it's not even much of a gold advantage actually, because of the CS just kind of balances it out.
Yeah, Wausau's doing a good job of maintaining. Actually, they're pretty even right now, but Graves is actually up in CS and level right now, so I think he's got about 2 camps ahead of Sejuani, so we might see some action coming in here in the river.
Yeah, Puster looking for that deep ward. He got spotted out, and they were definitely looking to possibly pick him off, but he was able to get himself out of there. It's that Fizz mobility that League players are so familiar with. And Fail Asian looks like he may be making a move into the jungle.
Little did he know there's a ward in that bush.
How's this dive gonna go though? Closing in on him, that's a quick taunt coming in. There's the stun though, and that should be an easy kill. Fail Asian, he's still gonna go down to the Shen. And just another 1-for-1 trade on that tower dive.
Pharaoh wants to get out of there. Doesn't want to fight the Graves right now with the red buff. Interesting dive. They probably could have traded the aggro a little better.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they could have avoided that. Avoided the 1-for-1.
Fighting the mid lane.
Oh my gosh, here comes Puster. He gets exhausted and stunned up though, so Bales is getting it onto him. There's unleashing the power onto Puster. He's going on the minions as well. I gotta take him down, so Bales picks up the win in the 1v1.
The exhaust coming in clutch there, right as Fizz is popping his Sea Stone Trident. He pops the exhaust, reducing that damage by a good amount. Helps him come out on top.
Yeah, and fighting right by that minion wave as well. Bales was definitely using the caster minions to his advantage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage coming in from the minion wave. But good try by Fizz.
Yeah, now the Syndra's gonna pick up, 2-0 to start out this game. Only 10 minutes in, already 2 kills on the board. That's gonna be definitely a point of concern here for Westlake.
It is very dangerous to have a Syndra that's strong, especially one like Bales. Plays a lot of Syndra. So.
Yeah, and with a team that Sejuani is pretty much your only tank, you're gonna have to be careful as well. Ezreal's gonna have some support coming in, but that unleashed power can do quite a number. I think we all know.
We'll have to see how Fiora ends up building later. There's a couple different tanky options you can go now with Death Stance and Black Cleaver. But right now it looks like she's rushing that Ravenous Hydra, which is really good for sustain and split pushing, which is good against a Shen.
We're gonna have to keep watching this middle lane here. I mean, this matchup is heating up a bit. Bale's picking up a pretty nice lead here, 500 gold ahead of Puster.
In the bot lane as well, we have a nice 20 CS lead, so that brings the gold advantage up to 300 right now at 11 minutes for Wausau.
Yeah, just very slight lead to start out this game here, but I think this entire game we've been seeing Kirby and the Chicken just pushing up this bottom lane and it's doing them well. Top lane though, Crusher Cake is kind of crushing it in the CS right now as well. They're pretty strong early lead here.
Fiora's early game is definitely gonna outpower the Shen right now, just in terms of laning. Like you see the trades going on. He's winning just because he can deny a lot of the damage with the parry and the taunt as well. Crusher's just endlessly pushing, and you know it's like getting good. We see Sejuani over here starting on the Rift Herald. He's coming up to help out too.
Oh yeah, looking like an early Rift Herald take here, and this is gonna be completely uncontested by the team of Wausau West, so that's gonna be a free Rift Herald. And I mean, it's interesting to see Rift Herald coming up in competitive play. It's probably like the first I've seen of it, so this is we're gonna see what this Herald can do when it comes to that split pushing power. Yeah, it really is.
We don't see anything. I mean, that Graves was around Dragon. Might have been able to take it early, but decided to back instead.
They probably definitely could have taken it early. I mean, they have Shen with the ultimate if they tried to contest it. So
see, all the TPs are up right now, so we might see some plays down in the bottom lane.
Yeah, everyone's hitting that level 6 mark and maybe higher. And oh, look at that bottom lane damage. That calling onto Gooch Baby and the Karma Q to follow it up as well. That's some damage right there.
Karma Lucian would hate to land against that.
Definitely a struggle there. I mean, I guess that's why you're a top laner.
Oh man, I love that solo game. But yeah.
Yeah, so this is things are starting to look ahead of here for Wausau West. I mean, there's some small advantages for Westlake, but we're gonna see. I mean, I think we're gonna have to see what they do with this Rift Herald buff.
This Herald would probably pop the gold in favor of Westlake, depending where they use it. If I were them, I would use the top lane and try to get around Dragon, because then what you can do is get multiple objectives at one time. So Wausau will be scrambling to figure out what to do.
Yeah, as we know, this Rift Herald is on a bit of a timer here, so Crusher Cake does have limited time to use it before it disappears, so he may be looking to start things off here, but he's pushing heavily on this top lane right now and trading well with Fredifer, as he has been doing. Later, the Ruined King finished up by Kirby as you predicted here. I mean, not too surprising, but Fail Asian coming up to this top lane. Rift Herald just got summoned, and now they want to go in for a dive. Fredifer is in a lot of trouble as Fail Asian comes in from behind. Rift Herald's getting started on that tower, and Crusher Cake finishes off Fredifer. A bit of a better dive that time, and now they take the top lane tower.
It was a great dive from the red team over here. We see Fizz moving up to help put on some pressure up here with the Rift Herald.
Yeah, they're looking to get it started pushing. Bales is here though, and I think he may be doing some damage to it. Fail Asian is around, and looks like they'll just sort of let Rift Herald get one turret, and they turn their attention over to the blue buff, but they'll be backing away as Lyrium and Bales are jumping in, and they're going to feel pressured enough to back away. But bottom lane, teleport's coming in here. It's Crusher Kid coming in from behind. Kirby's gonna get the Shen ultimate. The Stand United coming out. Fredifer's joining the fray. Flash away by Gooch Baby to escape that taunt. And definitely an important flash there for him to get out of that. So there's those teleport plays you were talking about.
Yeah, ended up using teleport by Fiora with the Shen ult to counteract it. I don't know, we see that power spike from Lucian with the Blade of the Rune King and actually saving him there, getting that move speed out of there. But hopefully we'll see some plays around Dragon now.
Yep, it's 15, almost 16 minutes in, and looks like Dragon may want to get started up here. We're just so close to even right now. 1,000 gold in the lead for Westlake, but tied up on kills. Bales is coming in. They want to pressure them off this Dragon. It's actually going to reset now as well. Resetting a bit here, and they'll get started right back up on it. And they're having full control of this pit, but now they want to come in, but they secure. Westlake High School come away with that first Ocean Drake of the game. And now they want to attack, fail Asian Force to flash over that wall. But he's able to escape. Yep, feels bad, man. But they come away with that Dragon.
And as all as that's happening, Fizz is in the mid lane farming, so he can catch him up. Only down about 20 now to a Syndra, which is fairly good for Fizz in the early game.
Yeah, better than before. Of course, Crusher Cake dashing forward here, but not wanting to commit to anything. So, Westlake High School, they're leading in objectives right now. They got the first Dragon. I mean, they got the Rift Herald, they got the first turret, and they got the first Dragon. So, I mean, it's a good start here. Just overall play from them, I think, around the map. And a little bit of what Wausau West is missing out on.
Westlake's doing a good job in there. They have a lot of control with that Rift Herald buff, especially now that they have the first turret down as well. So brings their gold lead up to about 1,000. 17 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean with that first turret down, Crusher Cake, we were talking about, you know, some roaming, some teleport plays. He made that play down to that bottom lane, the teleport. So we'll probably be seeing a bit more of that now that that first turret has been broken. But for now, these teams will return to farming. It's hitting the 18-minute mark and just a very slight gold lead here for Westlake High School.
Ezreal finishing up his Triforce. Good power spike for him. Let's see how long it takes for him to get that tier up to Man Immune.
He's at 136 right now, so has a ways to go with that. And looks like they might want to switch some things up around the map here. We're seeing this bottom lane head over to middle. So Westlake High School taking some initiative here and actually going down to that bottom lane to stun up Kirby and take him down. Crusher Cake gets his second of the game.
Good play by Sejuani here. Fail Agent waits for the Lucian to dash and then ultimate. Knowing that his flash is down from the early engaged bot lane around Dragon. So at that point you're dead.
Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of initiative here from Westlake High School. I mean, that's a good way to start out this best of 3 is in this first game you come out and you start commanding this team and you're gonna make Wausau, you know, play on the defensive here, be a little bit more responsive. And right now I think Westlake High School is doing pretty good at just commanding this game. Really forcing Westlake to think about where these guys are going. They're sending their bot lane back down to bot lane, so that's where the roams are going.
Blue buff on Fizz. Standard. Might see him roam down bot and try to get that tower after another kill on Lucian.
Yeah, I mean, this is the objective play you're seeing from Westlake High School. I mean, I feel like this is the play style you want to be seeing from a team in the playoffs. Would you say the same?
Absolutely. I mean, the game's about objectives. Kills don't mean anything unless you kill the Nexus.
Yep, and we're seeing them pressure this objectives now. The bot lane's back down to bot lane, so it's back to the 2v2. Top lane has been pushed out far and teleports are back up for everybody. Baron's up. I don't think that's gonna happen too much. Dragon is spawning in a minute 50. It's gonna be a Windrake, Cloud Drake.
It's Infernal, isn't it? Wait, what the? Spectator shows Infernal for me, but
Really?
it's really strange. Yeah, in the top left.
I see Cloud.
I see Cloud on the actual dragon, but
Oh,
we
top
might
left. It's always that one.
I did not know that.
Welcome to spectating. I think Riot Streams has like the different ones, and Crusher Cake may be in a bit of trouble. Nope, he's good.
Good job, man.
Yeah, I
Good
mean,
job
I think
dodging the Shen taunt, so
yeah,
all you really need.
I think we've been seeing a lot more out of Fail Asian so far this game. He's been definitely making things happen around the map.
Yeah, so far Graves' only kills on that Fizz when he got dove under the tower.
Yeah, just had the assist there and hasn't come up with much since. And Fail Asian once again. Let's talk about him. He's in that bottom lane brush.
He has a bit of gold on, or a bit of CS on the Sejuani, but just the pressure that Sejuani is putting over Graves is definitely gonna outweigh that.
Right, so Fail Asian's undetected as he moves into that second brush in that bottom lane. Top lane though, taunt under the turret. Predator is just looking for some trades. Not too much there. They're just slowing things down. Fail Asian unable to make that gank happen in that bottom lane. He'll just return to farming. And I mean, I think he's focusing on this bottom side of the map because Dragon's just about to spawn.
It is a Cloud Drake, however, so you might not see as much pressure put on it as Ocean or any of the other dragons for that matter, but we see the TP's coming back up now too, so Fiora will most likely be splitting top as this dragon will be started by the rest of the team.
Yep, so Fail Asian's heading over to this dragon, just clearing out some vision here. And this is pressure mounting right now. I mean, Crusher Cake Fiora, as you're saying, he's just shoving up that top lane right now, applying a lot of pressure there. And now we're going to be seeing a bit of vision battles around the dragon.
Never falter.
So we are seeing some... We are seeing both of these teams start to grapple for the vision here in this bottom half of the map. And now middle lane we're seeing a push coming out, 3-man, 4-man push onto this middle lane tower. And they can get some stuff done with that, but top lane, they actually just got a turret kill as well. It's that Fiora, she just took out Fredifer in the solo kill. So they just trade tower for tower. Gooch Baby's down bottom lane pushing himself. And now they want to go for a fight. There's the ultimate from Sejuani. Fail Asian looking to engage here. They're chasing down Puster. Liam trying to get the damage down, but gets stunned up over the wall. But Bales still gets that kill. And now they're just looking to see where they can go with this one. Puster looking to get out. And oh, completely jukes out Kirby there. Stays over that wall. Meanwhile, push still coming in.
That was a great play by Fizz. Puster on the Fizz right there. Predicting the flash from Lucian over the wall. He's back and gets out safely.
Yeah, but look at what Crusher Cake did to this top lane. He just took down 2 turrets. Took down that inner turret, took down the Shen, and then went for the inhibitor turret and destroyed that one there. So that's a wide open top lane.
Lost 1 kill, but overall definitely advantage for Westlake.
Yeah, it's huge. They got that bottom lane turret tower as well, and you know they got Wausau got kills. They got the mid lane tower, but I mean overall it's definitely a net gain there for Westlake, and that's huge for them.
You still see all the TPs up as well as Shenwood, so right now Fiora's heading down bottom lane to start splitting. You might see a rotation of red team up to the top lane and take that end hit. Again in that fight, the exhaust saving, I forgot who it was, I think it was the Lucian on the Fizz. Just reducing that damage overall. Very good pick.
So now we're going to be seeing Wausau West just a little bit more than 3,000 gold down. And a wide open top lane. This Fior's been split pushing all game. And oh, a hook onto Lyrium. Healed by Curry found him there. But he's going to be able to escape from that one as they don't engage. And now they turn over for this dragon. All 5 members of Wausau West are in the pit and they easily take down that dragon. But now they have to head back and stop Puster from destroying their base.
Yeah, Westlake looking to stop the backs, but unfortunately cannot. It's just a card recorder, so Westlake's not too worried. Right now they've got the double TP up, so we might see a 1-3-1 with a push in the mid lane from Westlake.
Yeah, missing really aggressive play coming out here, looking for this blue buff. Was Puster trying to steal that one away, but saw a few members of Westlake High School and smartly decided to back away there. Meanwhile, Kirby's in this bottom lane trying to defend on the push from Crusher Cake, but Crusher Cake is heading mid. And oh, they may be able to start a 3v5 here if it wasn't for that turret, but Crusher Cake actually may be caught on this flank here. He's going to try to engage on the Kirby. Fedifer is around to try to defend him. There's the Stand United to get the shield in onto Kirby. So scary moment there for Kirby, I think, when he face check into Fiora. That's leading the game in CS almost.
This Fiora is very strong right now. Probably gonna end up with a Flame Horizon on this trend pretty soon. Just 2 more minutes. But yeah, it's gonna be very difficult for Westlake to push into this Syndra. Good use of the TP there to save the game.
Gonna keep that Siege Minion alive as they look to push in onto that tower. Unfortunately, not gonna take it down. And Fueled by Curry actually takes a lot of damage. He's getting ticked down, but he's gonna be able to survive. That face of the Mountain Shield coming in for him clutch, but now Crusher Cake's caught in a taunt, and they're looking to burst him down. He's trying to get away. There's stuns coming in from Sejuani, and that's actually gonna do enough to get him out. Redemption coming in to heal up the team though. So that's the power of the redemption item there to heal the team up almost back to full. And now they're looking to push middle, but once again, Crusher Cake is just looking to split.
Yeah, you should be able to get this tower here. Wausau's not really moving down. You see the Shen moving now, but that turret's not gonna last with a 301 Fiora.
Yep, already got it down to less than half health, and looks like he's gonna stick around and tank it up to try to finish it off here. And uh-oh, flash taunt coming out from Fedifer to catch off Crusher. Crusher now going low. He's trying to back away from this one. He's trying to duel it out maybe. He has the sustain to possibly do this, but he gets in range of the tower. A bit scary for him here, but look at that heal up coming out from Crusher Cake, almost from death, and back up to a quarter or a third of his health. But he may be in a lot more trouble now. Bale's coming in, Crusher looking to get out. Turret's still up here. Do they want to go for the dive? Yes, they do. All the parry on that one, but Unleash the Power comes out. He baited out that parry, and he's able to finish him off with the ultimate. So Bale's shuts down Crusher. Oof.
Good flash there by Goose.
Honestly, almost thought he was about to flash into the hook, but Williams got it. And I didn't want to turn this one around. Blade the Rune King used on Fueled by Curry, and they engage in onto him. They get him low, and Lyrium finishes him off. So that's a nice pick on that Thresh. Now looking for Gooch Baby. Yeah, nice pick off there for the team of Wausau West. They can find 2 kills, and now they pressure this middle lane, but may not be able to push it fast enough as as Crusher Cake is already back up.
And that wave in the bot lane might take out that tower eventually. Fizz is heading down to clear it up. But yeah, good kills coming in from the blue team here. As the gold lead is getting smaller, still in favor of Westlake. However, with this Syndra, it's going to be very difficult in team fights.
Yeah, 4-0 Syndra that you have to be careful about, and we saw, you know, smart play when he picked off Crusher Cake, baiting out that parry and was able to just follow it up with the Unleashed Power very quickly and easily took down the rest of Crusher Cake's health bar right there. And now it's a 4-0 Syndra. 3 items already built up.
Very scary. You see the dead man finished up by Shen here. Gonna help him a little bit with the Fiora. However, that true damage is what he's really worried about.
Yep, dead man's plate finished up here, and Fedifer is heading down bottom lane to challenge that split push. And we are seeing now Wausau West putting some pressure down on this middle lane. And they'll head over to the Dragon Pit because it's about to spawn. 30 seconds. It's another Ocean, so second Ocean Drake of the game. The first one, of course, did go over to Westlake High School. And Wausau West looking to take control, but I think we're seeing a lot more vision control coming out from Westlake.
Dragon spawning very soon. Scuttle for Westlake, however, we'll let them know that Graves is down there. Might see some fighting
oh, they want to turn this one around. They were looking for the bait. Now Gooch Baby getting bursted down and goes down. Lyrium with the collateral damage to finish that one off. So a huge pick off, taking out Gooch Baby, the Ezreal. And with the 4v5, I think they're a lot more comfortable going for this dragon. And there's no vision on it. Now all the wards expired for, and the Skull Crab expired for Westlake. That's an easy dragon. Crusher Cake pushing this bottom lane. He takes down that tower, now going for Fedifer. But once again, we're seeing a huge response from the team of Wausau West. But actually, they want to turn their attention over to this middle lane as there's pressure coming out from Westlake. And I'll be seeing a two-part fight here. Bales is going up to Crusher Cake here, gets him in the stun. Unleashed Power, parries it though, but Crusher Cake, I don't think he can sustain himself through this one. The exhaust coming in, the force is out the flash, and he's in a straight up 1v2 right now, and he's surviving. The sustain is so huge coming out from Crusher Cake, but now I think this is a little bit too much for him to handle here as the rest of Wausau West show up, take him down. But look at that pressure coming out from the Fiora.
Takes the whole team to kill him.
Yep.
And through the Morello's healing with that Spirit Visage coming in clutch there.
Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous, I have to say, coming out from from this team.
See him going for that Bloodthirster as well, so you're gonna get that healing even higher.
Man. Yeah, that Spirit Visage I think definitely helping him out in that regard. So he pressured that inhibitor, forced everybody to come down, forced the flash and exhaust out of Bales, and allowed his team to get that middle lane outer turret. So Westlake High School still coming up with the objectives. They have 6 turrets to the 1 on Wausau West. Wausau have barely been able to crack open the objectives here.
Yeah, and with Fury's TP coming back up, we're gonna head down bot lane while the rest of our team pushes around Baron. We see a lot of red wards there. Only one on the Baron, so in terms of vision, Westlake's doing a little better than Wausau right now.
Yeah, definitely mentioned that one earlier, and they a bit more control in this game. And it's a very dark map here for Wausau West. But they're looking to shove it down middle lane, but really any vision control coming out from them. They have to be careful here.
You see that 1-3-1 coming in.
Yep, there it is.
A lot of pressure.
It's been a fairly low kill game here, 8-5, with 35 minutes gone in this game, but a lot more pressure around these objectives by both of these teams, and I think it's just kind of showing of the bit more careful playstyle you'll see from these teams when they start this out. Except for Fedifer. I don't think Fedifer's been playing too careful. He's been pretty actively engaging with the enemy right now. He's got 317 CS to show for it. He's leading the team in it.
Still got that 100 CS over Shen right now,
Yeah.
which is like fairly common. That's what you're gonna see on a Fiora, just constantly pushing in, especially with that Ravenous Hydra.
Yeah, but look at that pushing power for him right now. He's just destroying these minion waves. Shoving hard on that bottom lane, and you know the 1-3-1 is just such an effective way for the team of Westlake to play. There's an open inhibitor in that top lane, and lots of towers already destroyed, so this just allows, like, all this pressure just allows Westlake to push up and then, you know, get all those wards down as well. And yet again, here's the push onto middle lane. Pressure heading for that bottom lane.
Fiora is still pushing down bot. So Johnny and Naz might be caught out here.
Yep, they're rushing forward, looking to catch him off. Later, the Ruined King down onto Gooch Baby. Here comes the teleport, though, straight into the middle of it. Stand United coming in here as well. Redemption to try to help them out. Crusher Cake is joining the fight. They're trying to jump in, though, and they can't get through this tank line. It's a huge tank line. They're trying to melt them down. Wausau West coming up with 2 kills. That's the Fail Asian and Fueled by Curry going down the 2 front liners for this team. And now with 2 picks like that, they're going to have to look to see where they want to go.
Crusher Cake here looking to take the inhib as Wausau is looking for the Baron.
Yep, they have 3 of their team here starting up on this Baron. Meanwhile, Crusher Cake is getting in on that base here. It's going to be another 1v2. The Chicken and Predator trying to duel off with that one there. And now, but Baron Empowered recalls by the team of Wausau West will mean they're able to get back here soon. And Bales is actually going to greet Crusher Cake. Gets him with the stun and the Unleashed Power. No time for Crusher Cake to carry that one. And now Wausau West pick up Baron and they pick up 4 kills? 3 kills from that fight. 3 kills. That's huge.
Ezreal has still yet to see a kill or an assist on him. Good hook there by...
Oh man. Yeah, canceling got that taunt there, but it's not going to do much to defend this turret. I think Wausau West just really brought themselves back into this game with that last fight. Inhibitor turret's going to go down. Maybe the inhibitor as well. Probably the inhibitor as well. Crusher Cake is still dead, and he's a huge force on this team for Westlake, and they just lost their inhibitor. So, I mean, just that last fight was just the turning point here, I think, for Wausau West, and now they head over to the Elder Dragon.
Yeah, they lost their inhib and also lost their gold lead. I mean, they were maintaining that gold lead for most of the game. But one fight and the Baron just shows how easy I can turn over.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great fight coming out from them. I mean, they were attacking the tank line, but they were completely melting the tank line, and not too much damage coming out from the side of... Oh my god, I'm looking at damage onto Fueled by Curry. Miriam's coming in here. Kirby takes him down. Maybe a bit of overkill there. Redemption and the collateral damage came out, but Fueled by Curry just goes down. And now they go straight back to pushing, especially with this Elder Dragon buff. They get started on these Nexus turrets. Crusher Cake has just come back in here. Stun coming in onto Kirby. They're trying to find a way in. Bales, though, on the side doing so much damage. He gets sprinted down by Puster. And that's not good to lose your completely fed mid laner in that base push. So it looks like that's going to cause the team to head home. So Westlake High School able to push back for now here, but the Chicken and Kirby heading top lane, and this is Wausau West really exploding into this late game.
Yeah, that Elder combo with the Baron empowered minions is just gonna push
brutal.
waves insanely fast.
Yep, that's just so brutal. And look at Bales right now, 6-1-4. And he's got so much damage on his side. Just building for that. Just building a lot of damage right now. That's pretty much all you can say about that.
Just finished up his Zonias as well, so it's going to be much harder for Fizz to execute on him.
Yeah, that fizz damage in that last fight completely bursted him down. Crusher Cake finished that Bloodthirster, and now he's looking for something in this top lane.
Again, Fiora looking to push that top wave in. Might go for an inhib. Shen's backing. Finished his Titanic Hydra, so his lane push will be a little bit less than Fiora now, but still might be able to match it.
Yeah, now we're seeing a bit of a split push coming out from Wausau West. They had a few plays over in middle lane, but now they're heading down to this bottom side of the map. They're going to get started on this bottom lane turret. Looks like a pretty easy kill for them here. Lyrium's in that front line right now, and so is Kirby with the culling, just doing what damage he can. They're pushing onto this bottom lane now. Meanwhile, Fredifer getting dove on. Crusher Cake takes him down, and that's an inhibitor actually gone. Top lane inhibitor goes down. Crusher Cake with that push, and he's able to take down the top laner as well.
Good play by him with that ultimate there, taking out Shen. I think he actually saved that bot lane tower. If he wasn't putting that much pressure, they wouldn't have the back. Might have been able to push in for maybe a Nexus tower.
Yeah, so this is just very interesting game here. We're gonna be seeing Crusher just all over the map right now. Picking up that top lane inhibitor though is huge to have that pressure going. Buffs have expired on the side of Wausau West, so they're kind of back to square one. They're still just slightly ahead in gold, but I think at 42 minutes, like 2,000 gold, not gonna matter too much. And Crusher Cake is back to that bottom lane.
Yep, we see it again. TPs are still up for both teams. Shen ultimate as well. Just gonna keep seeing split push.
Lyrium in that front line looking to do some damage onto his counterpart Fail Asian on that Sejuani. And Crusher Cake is down in that bottom lane, and Fredifer is just every time he's like, do I really have to try to duel this guy again? Under the tower, Crusher Cake does not even take damage. He's just life-stealing off of Fredifer. And this is going to be such an easy kill for him. He takes down the Shen, and now he's working on that bottom lane push right now. Crusher Cake is just keeping Westlake in this.
Two inhibs to his name, and Syndra had a back there.
Yep, Syndra has to go back to try to defend it, and now here's the engage coming out from Westlake High School. Teleport coming in from Crusher Cake. Redemption coming down. That's damage on Delirium. They shut down the Graves. They pop the Guardian's Angel on the Lucian. Kirby, he's gonna fall here. That's a double kill for Puster. And Westlake High School bringing it back.
Just good map play overall. Bringing that Syndra back and TPing into the fight just means they have that nice advantage, the 5v3. So there's no way you're gonna win that fight as Wausau. Gold lead still in favor of the blue team. Just barely. We'll see that even out about right now.
Oh man. Crusher Cake. He's taking down 2 inhibitors single-handedly. And he's definitely keeping his game in. Definitely keeping his team in this right now as they head over to that Baron. No vision by Westlake High School. No idea that this is going down. And this is going to be a pretty free Baron, I think, for Westlake High School. So I don't think we expected this back and forth game to come through right now, but momentum is just switching so quickly for both of these teams. With 2 side inhibitors down, all that leaves is mid lane to get pushed in here for Westlake. And that's where they're headed. 5 members down this middle lane. Gonna get started on this inner turret. And yeah, I mean, this is a dangerous push here. Baron buff up all 5 members of Westlake High School together.
See the minions in the side lane pushing up. Westlake's gonna look to engage here.
Yeah, they want to just help these Silence push up. Fail Asian though, he's gonna get bursted down though, not quite dead. And the stun coming in onto Lyrium. He's trying to back away. Crusher Cake, he's going in for the dive. And he takes down Lyrium. He's on that back line under the turret. And he's still going in. Kirby and Fredifer in so much trouble as Crusher Cake goes in. That's a double kill for him as they take it down. Bales went down on the side. I think Fredifer took him down, and now the chicken's in trouble. And I think this is going to be the end of the game here. 46 minutes in. They take down the team of Wausau West, and Westlake High School push through on the back of Crusher Cake, and they win game 1. That's quite the win coming in for them here. I mean, that was quite the game for both of these teams, though. So Jay's top. I mean, looking forward for this next game. What do you think has to change for Wausau West there? I mean, they looked good coming into the middle of the game, kind of switching things up, but when it came down to it, it was just the lead for Wausau West.
Yeah, I think they're gonna need to pressure the top lane a bit more. I mean, look at that, almost 200 CS over the Shen. Just a really good job split pushing and playing the objectives. I mean, not much you can do when that Fiora can 1v1 and 1v2 any champion on your team. But yeah, I think we might see a little more jungle pressure from Wausau on the top lane. We'll see what the picks and bans are like if they want to leave the Fiora up again.
Yep. Well,
that was pretty strong.
Yeah.
Oh, I was saying. I mean, Fiora pretty much won that game for the team. I mean, just took everything top lane and bot lane. So we'll see how it plays next game.
Yep. Well, Westlake High School leading Wausau West in this best of 3-by-1 game. We'll be right back with the second game after a quick break. You're watching the High School Star League 2017 playoffs brought to you by Twitch TV. We'll be right back.